Hey everybody, Will, just in time prepping. Today we're out, bigger park, bigger than we went yesterday. I'm gonna kind of show you. We're gonna go this way. Spring's coming up on us, so we've got to start preparing to get out and practice what we do, what we preach. So I'm going to come out here, I'm going to start looking around. I'm going to be trying to share some of it with you guys. I'll tell you one thing, let me get up here a little ways farther. Hope you guys are enjoying me doing a little bit more everything. Here, let me turn around so you guys can see what I'm doing today. Yeah, you like that, huh? Won't be too long, I'll be out here throwing some worms out trying to drown them. But what I want to do today is I want to talk to you guys about prepping and all that stuff. I'm not going to really harp on this stuff I have been harping on. But, you know, here's one thing I brought with me as an aid. And this is what everyone should have in their preps. And I don't hear too much of it anymore. And look at there's a map. You should always have a map of your area. Because even if you're outside the area, this is not just the city. This shows the outlying areas. And if you were saying bugging out, well then, guess what? You would need to know where you're going, how you're going to get there, what your options are and everything. Just in case other folks get the same idea. So, you know, I'm always telling you to rotate your foods, get all your stuff together, you know, get your bug out bags ready. My bug out bags are always ready. But, you know what we should also think about is in the disasters, you know, like around here where I live, the big disasters are like tornadoes. They don't really have other things other than wildfires and tornadoes. Also, they have thunder and lightning storms and things like that. Those are the type of SHTF situations that you have to think about in this area of the United States anyway. And that's my area of the United States. So, you know, as a person that wants to be prepared, I always think about where I'm going to be. So I always figured I'll just bug in. I'll have all my stuff ready to go to bug out at a moment's notice. But to bug in, I always talk to you guys about preparing your food stores and all that, you know. And I think that we should think about, you know, today, in today's world, they have the survival buckets out, you know. When I first started prepping, I couldn't afford to even think about those things, you know, the buckets of food. They have 3-day supplies and 5-day supplies, and they have, shoot, I've seen them all the way up to a couple of weeks, you know. And it depends on what you can afford, you know, but I've noticed that there's different companies out there that sell the stuff, you know, and you can always find something on sale from those guys. Now, when you first start out, like me, I just started spending like an extra $5 or $10 a week on food to bug in, and that works just fine. But I think that as you decide that you're going to bug in and just have things ready to leave at a moment's notice, that maybe we should think about getting some of those buckets. I mean, those would be perfect for bugging out. I mean, all you do is pop them open and you got everything in there that you need. And not only that, you don't have to rotate them because most of them have like a 5 or a 10-year shelf life on them, you know. So that's what I've started to do, you know. I have my shelves at home filled up with enough stores to last for, probably at least a month, you know. But you have to think about, you can't carry all that food when you bug out. So what I've started doing is I've started picking up a bucket here, a bucket there, whenever they go on sale. You can get 3-day buckets for about $50 if you look real hard. You can get 5-day buckets for about 80-some bucks, you know. So I just get whatever's on sale. You know, and if you look hard enough, you're going to be able to find that stuff on sale. If you don't find it on sale, just wait. It'll come on sale. Another thing is, what are you going to do when you bug out? Do you have a location to go to? What I did over the winter was I picked up a tent that they had discontinued. And they're going to get a new kind in for this year. So during the winter months, I picked up a tent. And it says it's a 14-man tent, but I'm not a real big believer in them being able to hold 14 men. So I figure whatever size tent you get, 4-man tent would be a 2-man tent. 6-man tent would be a 3-man tent. You get where I'm going with this. So I went out and I got a 14-person tent, which, if you break it down, would be about 7 people, or it could be 4 people comfortably, so you get some living stuff inside the tent with you, you know. If you're like me, I have a health condition, and I have to make sure that I have all the stuff I need. So what I've done is get a big enough tent that it will hold all the stuff that I need, plus my family. So I was hoping that I could help you guys figure it out. As you can see, the weather's starting to get better. The birds and the ducks are all starting to come back. So that tells me that spring has sprung pretty much. And I'm up here on this dam, I guess they call it. It's a walkway. And I'll hold it up here so you can see. You see the walkway I'm on. And it skirts the lake. See? Skirts the lake. And then on this side over here is a tall bank. And at the top of that bank is a road. So, you know, these are things you have to think about, you know, when all hell breaks loose and you have to have some place to go. Maybe you could go someplace like this. That way you're close to water. You can fish if you want. There's your food. You got your buckets because you can just throw them in a trailer. And that's my next thing I want to talk about is I'm saving up for a trailer so that if something were to happen, I can just throw all my bug out stuff in the trailer and hook it up to my car and take off. If it's an EMT attack, guess what? I may have to outthink that, and I'm thinking about that too. They have these new trailers out that you can push, and they're like pushing nothing. Almost like a 10-speed bike or something like that. So I'm thinking about maybe getting a trailer something like that and retrofitting it so that I could hook it up to my car if it's not an EMP attack, or if it is an EMP attack, I could get me and my son and my girlfriend and my niece that lives with me, we could take turns pushing that darn thing till we get to a bug out location, which is a pretty good plan. I mean, you know, you take turns, and those new little buggies they make are lightweight. Most of them these days fold up. The one I'm looking at getting does that. Folds up, and you could just stick it in the back of your car. But I'm just looking at the lightness of it and how easy it's going to be to be able to motivate it so that I can carry things like my food buckets and my sleeping bags and the things that I need, because they make pretty big ones. And they all have like these, what do you call them? Gears on them, like a 10-speed bike. So you can shift the gears on them and get them to go where you want. That's what I like about them. So there, we've covered that. Now what should we do? We should think about what you're going to put in the darn thing, right? Well, I've got the tent. I've got food buckets. I've got my medical equipment. And then we have some clothes. Then I figured that on top of all that, I would put my water purification device in there, along with some water to take with. They make gallon jugs of water, and I don't know how many cases of water I have. I got a lot. They're stacked up in the basement. Everybody that comes to see me asks me what I'm collecting so much water for. I just tell them, you never know what's going to happen. Most of them know about my YouTube channel anyway, and they know I'm just a good old boy that's trying to take care of his family. Most of them don't tell me nothing except, oh, I see. That's pretty funny, but they're family, most of them. I don't have too many regular friends except here on YouTube, and the ones I have around here are family, so I imagine that I'll be taking care of them too. However, I have told them they need to have their own stuff. So slowly but surely I'm teaching them what to do, and they're doing it. And that's what I'm about, is, if you guys know me, is I'm the guy that teaches other people what to do so that they can take care of themselves and theirs. It seems to be working so far. I have some of you guys that are listening, and then I have some of my family that's listening, so I'm doing my job, right? Good job, right? I think so. Thank you very much. So we were doing everything we're supposed to be doing. My question to you is that what you're doing? I mean, I've sat here on this channel and I've told you guys what to do, and you all leave the comments telling me, hey, that's right, that's what you should be doing. Is that really what you're doing? I mean, we're in a sad situation these days. We got Russia on one side, we got North Korea on the other side, and don't forget China. China's in the mix as well too. That's why I'm out here walking and exercising and talking to you guys. I gotta shed those pounds I put on since the winter started. So if you put on some pounds, maybe you should get out and exercise too. And as we go along, as the weather starts getting better and better, I'm gonna be doing more and more videos outside, telling you guys what I think you should be doing. Enjoying the outside. Look how beautiful it is. Let me show you just how beautiful it is here. Hold on, I'm going to open you up a little wider. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it's an overcast day and it's still beautiful. I love it. Well, I'm coming into my 15 minutes. I want to let you guys know that this is Tuesday, so tomorrow is Wednesday when I do my 3-hour live feed. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning and it runs till about noon, so I want all you guys to be there, okay? Bring some friends with you. Tell them about it. tell them that we have fun and we talk about all kinds of stuff. And then don't forget on Saturday that we'll have the drawing. I'm getting tired of walking anyway. My breath's starting to, you could probably hear it get tired of walking. Starting to kind of hurt when I breathe. So I'm going to let you guys go. But you guys know I can't do any of this without you. And you guys know I love you. And so guess what? Until next time, it's God bless me. God bless you. God bless US of A. I'll see you guys tomorrow.